So please like, comment, subscribe if you want.
Lame video. Like, he's not ore farming enough. Like, he's just not doing enough. Not merely doing enough. Not merely doing enough. Alright, next, I have another Haaland video to watch. This is a Haaland themed stream. Wait, okay. Let me find it. I don't think I added that one to my. Haaland thinks he matters. Stop being so mean to him, you guys. What's wrong with you? This is a 37-minute long video.
Hey guys, as requested, I'm gonna be reviewing a video by Erling Haaland, a day in the life of a pro footballer. I already reviewed a video about him years ago. I've seen what he eats. I have pretty high expectations for this video.
It's been a lovely day, doing a lot of good things for my body and what I normally do in life. Morning guys, come on in.
That's reacting to her reaction.
You want a brew? You want I can make you one? Coffee is a superfood in my...
Oh my god. He starts off the video with coffee and even calls it a
Coffee
superfood.
is not a
Okay, that's really
superfood.
bad.
It
That's
is a
actually
drug.
unexpected. Even though most of the slaves today drink this toxic seed powder.
This
And
toxic seed
people who do
powder.
sports, especially because of how stressful it is, they have no energy to do it, which is why they stress themselves with the toxins. On top of that,
If you do it right.
You're in
Why? Depends on the
Kansas.
quality, when you drink it, and of course how. So yeah, I'm into my coffee. I need a little bit of this in, milk. Superfood as well, I think. It's good.
yes, he's known for drinking raw milk, and a lot of people believe that that's why he's so tall. I don't know when he started drinking raw milk. If he started as a child, for sure, obviously then.
For us, it's good for our stomach, it's good for
Each
our
video
skin,
needs to be
it's
louder.
good for our bones and muscles. That's why I drink it. There you go.
Doesn't really make any sense to put it in the coffee. You destroy it anyway with the heat.
Try, see if you like it.
Wait.
This is how I drink it.
Wait, but hold on,
Make it.
Goatis. Because, Goatis, how would the heat destroy the milk? The milk is warm in the cow. A cow's body temperature is warm. So, okay.
Yes, he drinks it with milk because just like every human on earth, he hates coffee. He hates the taste because it's, as I said, a powder made out of very toxic, poisonous seeds.
Syrup to protect the caffeine with fat and sugar. Enjoy.
Yeah, always the fat and the sugar, of course.
I think a lot of things is logical. You should have an early start with fresh daylight and fresh air. Ideally, go out for a small walk. I think it's a really beneficial thing to do. And this is a logical thing. And yeah, I like to read about things. I like to try out things. Why not? You know, for my life and also my career. Why not try to optimize some easy small things as much as I can? We have some eggs, and I think I just got delivered bread now. Perfect timing. Yeah.
Bread is seed sludge.
So Isabel,
You do
ask
not
her,
want
if
to
she
eat
thinks I'm the
bread
chef meat,
because
so
it
leave
is
them alone to
seed
know.
sludge and it is not natural.
You don't have to cook in general. There's no requirement to cook food. I haven't cooked in 10 years, pretty much.
My father was with me for 2 days. And then,
Meanwhile, he gets
unfortunately,
caught
I
at
cleaned,
Burger
you
King,
know, to clean the
caught
stuff
lacking
and
at Burger
food.
King.
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. See you. And I was alone. I had to clean my own clothes, which I've never done before, and I had to cook my own food and clean my own.
Actually, I did cook for a girlfriend of mine many years ago when I was eating raw meat already, but not for myself, that's what I meant. He's a pretty tall guy, a strong-looking guy, for sure.
Goatis simp
Which was
confirmed.
interesting, but again.
Goatis simp confirmed. I thought Goatis was supposed to be Sigma.
Just doing the simplest way of cooking eggs. Simple breakfast, little bit pepper.
Okay.
I like to take my time.
Ooh, that looks good.
I think there was salt also, pepper and salt. Both are, of course, very toxic to all animals.
Everything is
Humans are
toxic, dude.
obviously no exception. We are the same as
Dude,
all of the
everything is
animals.
toxic.
And then he cuts grain sludge also, which was delivered to
Grain
him,
sludge.
to his doorstep.
See, I remember that one.
Is it maybe not as sprayed? Maybe it's better quality seed slime, That doesn't
Well,
make
I'm
it
not gonna
good.
play a
It's just
song right
slime
now. I'm watching
baked
the
into
video.
the stupid form for the slaves to consume to fill up their stomachs with a non-food item. That's it. Yes, of course, he grew up in slavery just like all of us, and that's why he eats it. At least he drinks raw milk, and if he would have children, he would also feed them the raw milk, eggs, probably meat. We'll see what else he will eat.
Now it's too cold to eat outside, but one of my favorite things in the summer is to eat outside. So I can't do that, but no, just sit there. Nothing special. Perfect. No one can do it better than this. So good. Sunny side up. Sunny side up. That was unbelievable. Isabel wakes up early because of the baby. He wakes up when, not when the alarm goes off, he wakes up when he wants. Come on. No, he's not the
How
food.
old is their baby? He must be like a
Keep making
newborn.
Oh, he has a baby. That's good. Make a lot of children. Continue the bloodline. He does eat the bread even though he's a millionaire. It's very strange. It doesn't make any sense. If somebody who earns very little money eats bread, beans, and rice, I can even understand. You're trying to survive. You don't have money for real food. That people are brainwashed to eat that nowadays, even though they have tons of money, that's very strange. I even reviewed a billionaire who eats toast for breakfast. Very deep brainwashing, that's it. They have no reason to.
Oh my
They grew
god,
up
the
like that without
billionaire
that much
eats
money, I
toast for
assume, or
breakfast, bro. He's
for
gonna
sure not as
die.
millionaires, because millionaires
He's
don't
gonna
feed it to their
die, bro.
children. The ones who
It's
grew up
over.
like millionaires for many generations. But if you grow up as a sort of lower rank slave, and then you become a millionaire later, you're gonna keep it up, keep eating the same slave food. That's what we are seeing here. A guy who has absolutely no need to be eating that. Think about it. Look at
Let's
that thing
skip
to
through.
do. A very unmanly thing to do, caring what people think about you, wanting to keep up the fake image. If that's true, that's sissy girl behavior. Maybe it's not true. Maybe he doesn't eat it
Okay,
anymore.
but like
But
this
that's
is
also
crazy that
bad.
he says this because if you guys know the lore on Goatis, he's saying like, oh my god, it's really cringe to care what people uh to to as a man like care what people think about you. Meanwhile, he literally like lies about not drinking water. He lies about only eating raw meat when he literally gets caught eating at McDonald's, I mean Burger King. He lies about he got a hair transplant because he was balding and he says that it's natural because he promotes like all natural lifestyle, but he got a hair transplant because he cared what people think of him. Because it why would you get a hair transplant if you don't care what people think about you? Why would you care? Why would you get a hair transplant if you don't care what people think about you? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Actually, either way,
Let's see.
brainwashed to eat salads, man-made cultivated fruits and vegetables and green leaves, which are all poisonous and you would never eat them alone. It's just the brainwashing, that's it. That's why she has makeup on also a lot, because she doesn't want to show the way she looks like.
You didn't want to show the way you looked like Goatis. You had a hair transplant, Goatis. Yes, he got caught eating at a Burger King.
If she would be healthy, if she would be eating the way he eats, drinking raw milk, hopefully she does, at least a little, eating basically only animal foods, except for some fruits maybe, she wouldn't even need the makeup because she would
Also, bye
naturally
Reaper.
look
See you later.
healthy. That's why women use makeup for the most part, just to cover up the signs of being unhealthy, which the face shows.
I think he's better on like meat and fish, I would say. I'm better at you at chicken.
If you want to keep making children with her, you really gotta watch out with the salads. As long as she eats other stuff, it's probably okay, but don't go
Bro,
the meat. That's it, just raw, as you should naturally. And I could even understand if somebody wants to cook or barbecue their meat if you eat cooked meat, but all these sauces and cooking and salads, man, that's too much. It's such a waste of your life, also.
Off the fat, and the fat drips down, which is nice so it doesn't get too much. That's what I like about it. Look at the crust. See the even crust everywhere.
now the meat is dead and gray, and you killed all the nutrients. by putting it on the oven. And now the meat is bad for you. And it is not, and it has no more nutrients that you need.
It's always been a bit burnt.
Well, the crust is very unhealthy for you. It's carcinogenic. When the heat creates the black spots and you swallow them, of course, that's bad for you, obviously. After many, many years of eating that, you could get sick because of it. The illness will spread through your body. At the end
Your
of the day, cooked
body.
food is just
It will
very, very
spread through your
unnatural for
body.
human beings and every other animal. All of the animals get sick on cooked food or pasteurized food. It's just abnormal to eat it.
There. It's almost perfect, but I need it a little bit longer. Fucking hell, that looks unbelievable.
But how long did it take to make that? Like 1 or 2 hours? It's just too much work.
What is what?
What is what? This is the marinade. This is not. Potatoes looks lovely.
Bad camera guy. Usually you don't film in front of a mirror or the windows. Typically a normal camera guy knows this.
Why would he know about cameras if he's supposed to be natural? Why would he know about why is he criticizing the camera work in this? It doesn't make
You
sense.
don't
Okay.
film yourself. Powerful. A powerful predator. No doubt, but a guy who was turned into a slave with a ball in his hand. It's sad. It really is, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He's being used. That's too bad. Not exactly
He's
what I
making
imagined,
millions,
but
bro.
it could be worse. The worst parts were the red light that really damages the skin, makes it
Yes, this
old,
is the
and
same
as we can
guy.
see, he has
He's
experienced
no
some
he's
premature aging because of all
Swedish
the
or
stress also
Norwegian?
from the
He's not
football
Finnish, but
training
yeah.
sessions. Then we had ice baths.
All right. Does Goatis eat raw chicken? You guys want to know? No, no, no. Not. I'm not talking about Goatis. I know Goatis is Latvian, but I'm talking about the soccer player. He's Norwegian or Swedish. But you know, Goatis eats this thing called high meat, and high meat is he puts the meat in a jar and he lets it sit there in room temperature for for months or weeks and weeks and months until the meat is rotten, like a rotten meat, like like there's a stench and it looks putrid, and he eats that. He eats he eats he eats that meat, and they call it high meat because apparently it gives you a high of some sort, and apparently that's that's the because I've watched a couple Goatis videos. I've seen a video where he eats the high meat, and a big thing of his, I have another thing to say about him. Okay, a thing he says always is that humans should not do things that are unenjoyable. So you should only do things that like feel good. So like running, oh, the AI, like anything like physical activity or sports or something that exhausts you or something that's physically demanding. He thinks no one can enjoy that. No one can enjoy that. Nothing likes that, like no one likes that, and if you do like it, you're brainwashed, right? But meanwhile, there's videos of him eating his high meat, right? And he's like tearing up and coughing, and he's like, oh, oh, it's so spicy, oh, and he's like tearing up and dying, like eating his high meat, and he's like coughing, and like you can see it's visibly like unpleasant and like strong and gross, right? There's tears coming out of his eyes. He's crying, he's coughing, he's like struggling. So so then so then that doesn't really make sense then, because if high meat gives you this reaction, wouldn't it be unnatural for you to want to eat it? Doesn't that mean it's unnatural? Or is he brainwashed as well? Does that mean he's brainwashed? Is he brainwashed? Because then it doesn't make sense. he gives a point. He doesn't follow, doesn't deny that the point is. Yeah, he does follow it. He says that he lives. He says that he lives. He says he lives exactly like how he needs to, pretty much. He literally says this, like he lives exactly like how he needs to. Yeah, but he says that high meat is something that you're supposed to eat that's good for you. That's like what people did back then in nature and that like works. So then how does that make sense that when he's eating his high meat, he's like dying and crying? So then it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable, it tastes bad. It so how does it work? So that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. The high meat. The high meat. Those are tears of joy? I guess so. They must be. They were tears of delight. They must have been. Because he didn't grow up on it? What kind of cope is that? What kind of cope is that? That's such. Where did you get that from? Do you know him? Is this him on an alt account? What about him getting a hair transplant? What about him getting a hair transplant? He got that later on after he already started preaching nature and natural living. He says that you shouldn't care what others think of you. That's not very manly. It's not manly. So then why would he get a hair transplant then? Why would he get a hair transplant then? Okay, why did he get a hair transplant? It doesn't make sense. It's not making a lot of sense to me. Um like he doesn't believe, let's say he literally thinks because surgeries are good. No, he doesn't. No, that's not true though. He does not support surgery. He does not support any surgeries. He says that they are unnatural. Apart from hair transplants, apparently. There's literally a clip of him saying the only natural plastic surgery is hair transplant because it is your body. It is your body. I think he says the modern human diet messed up his hair. Okay, well if it did, even if it did, why would he have to take why would he have to take like a measure to like alter his appearance? Like his hairline doesn't change anything. If he changes his diet, okay, sure. But like his hairline does not change anything to his health. Like what is that? What is that going to change for him? Like the exposure he gets to the sun, like he doesn't need to get his hairline fixed. Like he doesn't need to get his hairline fixed. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to. He can still change his diet. Like what? I don't know. I just think he has a lot of there's a lot of discrepancies. No, I'm just discussing it. I mean, I think people can do whatever they want. I really don't care about his diet or what he chooses to do. Like I don't care. He can do whatever he wants. I don't think it's stupid. I get some of his points. Like I understand partially. I do think like modern diets, you know, have a lot of issues and like that's true. And it is true. Like when you look at hunter gatherers and their skeletons, they were far healthier and taller than when we started the agricultural, system or whatever. Like that's true. Like there is truth to what he's saying. Like it's not stupid, but I just think like himself, he tries so hard to make it seem like he's like living perfectly almost. Like everything he does is justified. When I think it's not, and he's not a perfect person, but I don't think he wants to admit that. Like he doesn't want to admit it. Like he tries to justify everything. Like he wants to justify the hair transplant. Like meanwhile he says you shouldn't care what people think you look like. So, it's just like there's a lot of cope. I'm just saying he has a lot of cope in his thing. Like, he just is coping, Like I don't have a problem with him, but you have to admit that when you look at everything, it's like you'll find some discrepancies where you're like it's not always making a lot of sense. But no, I don't I'm not like saying this because I'm like, oh my god, like shame on him, shame on him. I just think it's interesting, pretty much. Like I do watch, like I've watched a decent amount of his videos like out of just like curiosity, like interest or whatever. But he's something. He's something. Hunter gatherer tribes routinely travel hundreds of kilometers a day. Yeah, that is also true. His point about diet is nearly perfect. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I just don't know. I do think it's true, like for example, like grain and stuff is not really should not be a big portion of your diet. Like I do believe that, or that, like you should for example, he says that you shouldn't drink water. He says that you should not drink water, you should only drink blood. Or like or get your water from eating like foods. Like he says you should not be drinking water. Um I don't I don't I don't know what I don't know if I agree with that. For example, I don't know how I feel about that. We're all gonna be eating bugs in 10 years anyway. Yeah, that's honestly true. Honestly true. They're trying to put bugs in flour, bro. They're trying to make bug flour and like bug cookies and bug muffins and bug everything. What about herbivores? That's true. That's true. There are animals who, yeah, because why does he say that's true? Wait, because he actually says like, wait, yo, that's kind of true because he actually says like, oh, um, all animals in nature must eat, all eat meat or whatever. But like, what about? Well, I guess he just will say that, oh, we're not herbivores, we're carnivore. I guess that would just be his argument for that. Like, we're different from that, I guess. Yeah, spring. What's the difference between? He doesn't say you. He says you can't drink water at all. He doesn't say you can drink spring water. He says you cannot drink water. It will dehydrate you. That's what he says. They eat meat too, but Big Pharma is actually hiding this information from us. Cows are actually carnivore, but 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 they are hiding it from you. They're hiding this from you. We only eat we only ate meat back then, by the way. The whole animal that's been our diet forever. We are omnivores. What do you mean forever? When you say forever, what do you mean? Because um like forever being like before. Okay, yeah. But didn't they like collect berries? Didn't they collect berries and shit? Like, wasn't that happening? Like, what? I swear, oh my god, guys, I swear this is Goatis. This is Goatis on Twitch, bro. I swear Goatis is on here, bro. He even promoted like his Telegram thing that you have to pay for. This might be Goatis. This might be him. This might be him. He even promoted the Telegram. This is him. This is him. This is his cousin. This is his cousin. Anyways, all right, guys. Oh my gosh, we almost have been streaming for 5 hours. So I will end this Gotis session discussion. And I'll try to be here tomorrow. Before I'll try to be here, and when I start streaming, I'll stream the finale for the Clash Royale tournament, like the world World Finals. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. If I'm not like 100% sure I'm gonna stream, but like I'm pretty sure I will. Okay, so see you guys. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Have a good day. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Bye bye. And if you're new or anything, follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Because I stream pretty often. Alright. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I gotta go. I've been here for 5 hours. Okay. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Love you.